And hello, welcome to solo playthroughs, and man, we got a good one today. Tantrum is in the house. I love this little guy. He's so fun to play. This is easily the most fun I have playing Too Many Bones so far. Again, I have Undertow and I have just the base game, and it's just great. It's just great. Everything about Tantrum is great. It's really fun. I was really curious how he would play True Solo. You know, as when I was the utter noob that I was not that long ago, and I was like, I don't know, that figuring out this finicky rage die and how is that gonna work? But oh my, is this a really fun gearloc to take on in a true solo situation. Now we got a hard one today. We're going up against Gendricks, the first of the tyrants to have the hardy skill. So that's going to make this super interesting with Tantrum, who loves to do bulk damage, isn't really that big on defense, but boy, oh boy, does he have some ways to do some things that are really, really cool. So Gendricks will get this story time with Greg out of the way, ready to torch his own kind if it gives him an edge in battle. Gendricks is well known throughout the region as a ruthless and dangerous leader. His lair is said to contain mysterious pillars controlled by his staff, but no creature has lived long enough to confirm this legend. So this is a 10-day adventure, so we must defeat Gendricks within 10 days. We also need 8 progress points before we can do that. Gendricks loads up on the 1-point enemies and a bunch of different types of 5-pointers as well. The 20-pointers, which we probably won't get to, other than this, maybe this golden golem. I still haven't done the between a rock and a hard place scenario on the channel yet. So we're due, but we have, again, this bogworm, and we got 2 of the scales enemies, the bone dragon and the dragon eider. Eider? I don't know. Reading is hard. I think that's an L. Elder. We'll go with Elder. But yeah, we have the scale enemies, we have bog enemies, we got trolls, and we have some orcs. So they're all in the house tonight, and so we will have our work cut out for us for sure. As long as I avoid the manticore, I think I'll be okay. Maybe. So I'm going to put Gendricks over here with his die. He'll be ready in the wings for when we get to him. And what to say about Tantrum? Well, first, let's go back. So I'm on a string of losing and, well, I don't know, winning with an asterisk. It's either losing or winning with an asterisk. Are you a half glass full or a half glass empty kind of person? Because both the last 2 playthroughs, I was on the last day against a Tyrant and just got walloped before I had a chance to take a turn. And I was like, let's do a bonus day, see what happens, and managed to pull off a defeat of the Tyrant then. So we won with Boomer against Nam. We have 2 kind of half, sort of maybe quarter wins. I don't know, whatever you want, whatever credit you want to give me, I'll take it, I guess. And now we have Tantrum with a very hard matchup against Gendricks that I'm super excited about. So still going to play on the legendary mode. Hey, Greg here. Time for another patron shout out to a patron who has supported me long enough at a level high enough to get this fancy dancy shout out in one of my solo playthroughs videos. Brian Schultz, this one goes to you, man. Thank you so much for all your support these past few months. There have been so many changes around here. New games, better video, better audio, all of it. And so much of that is thanks to the support I get from my patrons, and you have been a big part of that, and I cannot thank you enough. So there we go. Thank you again. Look, Brian, really enjoyed talking with you about Gaia Project, Spirit Island, Maze Night over there on the messages over in Patreon land. So that's been really cool. And dude, I also been stoked and psyched about Hopomakis. Hopefully that is not delayed too much by everything that's going on right now, and we still get that sometime next year, because that will be awesome. Finally, dude, just stop scoring Maid's Night, man. Just gonna drive you freaking crazy. Did you watch my last Wolfhawk video? Seriously, I think I had 70 wounds on my deck at the end of that game, and you know what I also got? I got the W. That's all I care about, dude. Scoring doesn't help, man. Forget it. Whatever. Wounds -3, garbage. Done. Just keep moving on, man. Just get the W and move on. Speaking of moving on, if you would like to be like Brian and you would like to see this channel grow and bigger and better, and you want to be a bigger part of that, and I do mean financially, you can go over to my Patreon page. The link is in the description below. There are 3 tiers that you can find over there. See if one of those tiers makes sense for you. That'd be really great. I really appreciate it. If not right now, keep it in mind for the future. And in the meantime, the subscriptions, the likes, the comments, all that really helps this channel to continue to try to improve the quality of things around here going forward. All right, man, let's get back to the content. Brian, thank you so much. Happy gaming. What's going on with Tantrum? Tantrum has 3 professions. He is a Zorker, because of course he is. He is a Mimic, and he is a Skirmisher. So the Zorker is just this rage garbage that we're talking about. Now, we start with 3 of our skill dice in play. Some of the gearlocs, you have nothing. Tantrum, you're like, hey, here's 3 of your 16 skill dice. Go knock yourself out. So what's this die that's related to the Zorker profession? I don't even know what the heck is a Zorker? I don't know. What does it even say on this? Zorker, watch Tantrum's rage meter rise with each hit he deals or damage he takes. Managing this meter correctly can spell doom for the baddies he faces. Oh, yes, it can. So what do we got? We have this die. It will start in an active slot. Every time Tantrum attacks a baddie, he will go up in his rage. Every time he loses a hit point, he will go up in his rage for each point of damage that is removed from him. So not buff HP, not shields. Each point of damage removed from him, he's pissed off. Don't take my health away. I'd be pissed too. When he gets to 1.8, he has the option to execute a 1-point baddie. Now, if we use one of our progress points our training points to get the second rage die, we can, when it shows the 1.8, you'll see that arrow symbol. We can say, okay, we're just gonna transfer this into the 2.0. That would be nice. Now, if we ever get uptick, so if he loses a health point or we attack someone, then we actually go to the 2.0 on this die. That means we have a breakdown, and ultimately we have to go all the way back to 1.0 and start that cycle again. That's true even if we transfer to 2.0, get the 2.6, so maybe it gets to 3.0 because we got 2 hit points and we can't lower that rage. Man, we have to go all the way back to 1.0 again. Definitely want to be careful about that. You will be surprised, the innate ability, if we can get 6 bones, we get to the innate +1. What's the innate +1? Well, we can ignore all breakdowns. So hopefully we can do that, because that'll be very nice. But if we don't do that, how can we manage this? Well, that's where the backup plan comes in. If we have 1 bone here, we can actually use that to get angry. And so if we're like, hey, we're at 1.6, we really want to get to the 2.0, we can just spend this and we can notch this up and then do this on our turn and make sure we avoid breakdown, at least for the first die, right? If we are at 2.0, we're like, oh no, I'm gonna lose my die and it's gonna be really sad. So at the end of our turn is when you check. So as long as it's not the end of your turn, if you have 2 bones, you could exhaust both those bones and you could calm yourself down, get this thing back to 1.8, and hopefully you have a 1-point baddie that you would like to execute before the turn is officially over, or maybe you have, again, this rage die number 2 that you want to slot in there instead. Now, if we get up to 2.8, instead of killing or executing, I should use the word execute because it's just so Tantrum and so awesome. Instead of executing a 1-point baddie, you can execute a 5-point baddie. There is a 3.0 die. If you get the 3.8, you can execute a 20-point baddie. We will not be wasting any of our training points on that in a true solo game. What else starts on the mat? So I have 2 more professions we'll get to, but let's get to these consumables. The unusual thing about Tantrum, at least in my limited experience, is that he has 2 consumable dice that just stay on his mat. He starts with them. They are both counters of a sort. The one is the Axe Collector. If you have 4 bones, you can use your backup plan to get up to 3 axes. What do axes do? Well, once on your turn, you can exhaust this and you can deal 2 damage to a non-adjacent baddie. Now that is not true damage, but it is damage and it is awesome. So yes. And the other thing we have down here is body count, the other consumable that we start with. That every time we are responsible for killing someone, we get a tick up on the body count thing, which is great. And then at the end, after we roll our dice on our turn, when we can actually use our skills, we can exhaust this down to 0 and give ourselves health equal to whatever the body count was, because clearly Tantrum gets his life by sucking on the corpses of his enemies that he has executed. And my oh my, Tantrum is it's just great. Everything about this game is great. All right, not everything, but a lot of things. Let's get to the other 2 professions. We have the Mimic. What's the Mimic? Well, Tantrum likes to take some of the qualities of these esteemed baddies that he's beating all the time with his crazy double-edged axe, and he can do some of the things that they do. So if he wants to be like a worm, I'm assuming that's said worm. I mean, it's not like a wiggly worm, but it's some kind of worm that's a poisonous thing. He can get that skill That will allow him, if we roll this, we can put this in our active slot. When we are attacked by an adjacent baddie, we can put an equal amount of poison on them. So that would be 2 poison on the baddie who attacks us adjacent. Like a kobold is a very important skill, at least the way I play Tantrum. This will give us the ability to become hardy for a certain number of rounds. That's either 1 or 2. It is super cool. Really, really like it. So it's 1 or 2 rounds, and then again, I think there's 1 bones in both of these dice, I should say. I always, that dice thing, I don't know, English. Both of these dice have one thing, which just gives you 1 axe, right? So you can still start getting axes even if you don't get up to those 4 bones on your backup plan. But again, it's not the most efficient use of these dice, right? You didn't spend a training point to get 1 axe. No, you didn't. And then we have like a wolf. It basically gives you a lashback ability like our direwolf pup that we love so much, and his big bad daddy. Down here we have the skirmisher profession. The skirmisher profession has 3 different paths you can go down. So there's 3 that you can just upgrade to without having a prerequisite. Then there's 3 that you need a prerequisite. My favorite down here is going to be Way of the Wild. It gives a stun effect, so you would basically if you have a bog type with poison, you roll this. If you roll that 5, as long as the baddie is a 5 or less, a 5 or a 1, you basically put a stun on them, and they just do not use any of their skills, which is super huge. The other thing that we might get to late game is either cripple and strengthen. It's a cool little sub profession within the skirmisher profession, where cripple, you can put this on a baddie that's adjacent, and you can actually reduce their number of attack dice. And then strengthen, you can give yourself +1 attack die. Now that's not going to be so important against Gendricks when he has hardy, and those are again really late game skills. I just use this really effectively against Marrow, and I loved it. Someone could tell me Marrow has that thing. I know, I'm off. I'm going on a tangent, folks. Just go with me. So Marrow has that thing where he rolls his Tyrant die, and it takes away all effect dice. I'm assuming this is not an effect dice, an effect die. Again, I did it again, because it's not like stun or disable or any of these. But if it is an effect die, I don't know. There's so many questions. This rulebook. Oh, Chip Theory Games. I love you, but damn, get your rulebook. Just make it a little bit clearer. Just please. So much ambiguity in this rulebook. And yeah, I'm going to be positive today, folks. Nothing but positive. No negative comments about how bad this rulebook is. Okay, I'll try. No promises. At least that's the goal for today. So let's get something shuffled. We have talked about everything, I think. I don't know. We'll get to it as we go. But yeah, Tantrum's awesome. He excites me. It's he's super nuts. Super nuts. So he is difficulty 4 co-op and difficulty 3 solo. Again, still don't. These rating systems still make 0 sense to me. But that's fine. I mean, I guess, I don't know. It's tough because like this is like the 4th gearloc that I really, dove into, right? So, I mean, to me, I'm like, he's like a difficulty 1, because Boomer was the first one I learned, and I was very confused for a long time. But again, I was learning a lot about the game. So all these gearlocs, once you get the hang of what's going on here and can kind of, trudge through the initial mountain that is what you need to trudge up to actually get a handle of this game, I think most of the gearlocs seem to make a ton of sense pretty quickly. At least that was my experience. So we have the 20-point baddies. I'm going to shuffle those 4. Again, not probably going to see any of those except for maybe the golden golem. We have the 5-point baddies. These are all pretty mixed up, but I'll give them a couple of riffles to make them a little bit more mixed up. And we'll see. I'm really hoping to break this streak of winning on a bonus day that I didn't really have. So I'm nervous. Although maybe that's just gonna be my thing. I mean, if I can just, if I can non-artificially, what's the word? If I can organically just kind of keep stumbling into that scenario, just be kind of a eerie little coincidences of the board gaming life that we all live here, right? So I'm gonna shuffle this. Okay, get back on the screen. The orcs are shy. They didn't want to be seen on camera. They're like, it's like my hair is not good enough. Hey, dude, you have no hair. Shut up. All right, fine. That's kind of. I mean, again, these are already pretty mixed. I'm not gonna go too worried about it. But yeah, these chips, I don't know what it is. Like, even like the Cloudspire chips, I'm like, I could shuffle those a lot easier. These are just like heavy in a way that most chips aren't. So my fingers are doing exercises and workouts, and I'm blabbing away, just filling time so people know that I'm here and I care. All right, let's do it. So we need to get how many encounters? We need 7 encounters because this is a 10-day adventure. So 7 of the regular encounters, I should say. I am going to use a die to randomize instead of doing this silly shuffle thing with the encounter deck cover card and whatever garbage I did the first 2 videos. So we have this. That is going to be cut. We're going to take 7 off the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means we have 5 left. Bye-bye. Thank you very much. On top of that, I'm going to put the 2 Tyrant encounters. And on top of that, we have the day 1, 2, and 3 special encounter cards. We will have variety soon enough, people. Just hold on. Hang in there. We will get there. All right. Day 1. I don't mind randomizing with Tantrum. With patches, it was really important to me that I got 2 skill dice or 2 training points right off the bat. But with Tantrum, let's go crazy. If it doesn't go well, then I'll just have a Tantrum, and that'll be it. So, yes, I won't make that joke all day, I promise. We're gonna roll. I get a 5. We're getting some loot. Yeah, we are. All right, so we get a training point. What do they even recommend for Tantrum? Did they say health first? They probably say health first. If he's playing solo, prioritize 1 or 2 defense dice. Probably makes sense. Yeah, why not? We'll do that. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen to you. Oh, you wise people of chip theory games. So I'm gonna try to upgrade my defense. I need to roll. Oh, my defense starts at a 0. So we're just gonna make this a 1. That could be helpful. My dexterity is 3. My attack's really good. 4 health ain't great. Hopefully I'll kill somebody and get a body count. We'll be able to kind of work that out. So I'm not too worried. But I do get to draw 2 loot and keep 1. So I have the Agot Herbs, 3 uses. Heal yourself for 1 hit point in battle, or we get the Stone Hammer. Add 4 to an action dice result during your lockpick attempt. Bye. Okay, well, Agot Herbs, here we go. I think that will actually really help. Actually, I said actually way too many times. Actually. So we are going to be able to heal ourselves for 1, so with only 4 health, this should really help. I wouldn't mind, even if I just burn this up in this first battle that we're about to have in day 2. So what? I get a progress point. We need to get to 8 to take on this ugly lizard dude. Here we go. All right, Gendricks, I'm coming for you. And I called you ugly. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. All right, let's not randomize this. We're definitely doing the second thing. So again, I'm not going to go through the flavor text on these special encounters that we've seen now for the 4th time on my video. We will be fine going forward without that text, as much as I know you all love the dulcet tones in my voice. So we are going to do an attack. Baddie Q is baddie points, so it's just 2. There are 2 1-point baddies. We have ourselves a Troll Romper. Thick Skin 1, Careless is the backup plan on him. So if he rolls a bones, he will do himself 1 damage. He is going to be an initiative of a 2, so he's way the heck down here. He will be in lane 1 as a melee baddie. 3, nope, those are other baddies. That is not your health, sir. There is the 3 health for him. Next, we have the Cobalt Tracker, hardy and compound. That could be rough. So we're going to want to get rid of him fairly quickly. He's going to go into lane 2. He has 2 health. And he goes into the melee spot on lane 2. I need to roll my any die for Tantrum. Tantrum rolls a 4, so he will be, I mean, I really didn't need to roll that. His breakdown is 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, so he was going to go right in between the 2 of them anyway. I will put him closest to where I can try to kill the tracker before that compound really starts to get really, really bad. We should be okay here, not that worried about it. I'm going to go with the Cobalt Tracker. That's a ranged attack. Oh man, he's hardy, right? So he's going to be attacking me twice. So he's got 3 attack dice coming to me over the next 2 rounds, which is a little bit rough. So he rolls an X. That's right, no damage. You can't handle the truth, Mr. Cobalt Tracker. You're scared. I know it. Ooh, the unfortunate thing about that is I need to get up to him to attack him, right? The problem is I'm going to get whacked by him and whacked by him. So that's 3 dice. Going through 4 health with 3 attack dice isn't that hard, but we will hopefully be able to survive this one. So I have 3 decks. I'm moving. I think I do roll a defense die and hope I don't bones out on this attack die. So again, this is all of my decks. What do I got? Good. 1 shield is perfect, and then I'm going to do 1 damage to the Cobalt Tracker. He's hardy, but all damage reduced to 1. I only wanted to do 1. That's it. We're good. We're now going to go ahead with the Troll Romper. He's attacking me with 1 die. He rolls a 1. My defense die goes away. Oh, I forgot to put this here. When I attacked, I go to 1.2, which is perfect. Now, this die, for those who don't know, also has a using it for bones option, so I can just exhaust it and take the bones. That's not normally how I'll play it, although early on it could be really good. If I don't need it to do the execute ability, it's like, hey, maybe I can get to an 8+1 right off the bat, which could be a really nice way to go with this. We're doing the Kobold Tracker's turn. It's compound, so how many attack dice does he roll? Well, he rolls 2. Please don't roll 2 2s. He rolls a, wow, he rolls a 2 and a 1. So 3 damage. Now that's nuts because he gets me up to 1.8, which is crazy. All right, so Tantrum's turn. Yeah, I can basically wipe out both of these guys right now. The timing with Tantrum is a little interesting. So a lot of times you're not allowed to touch your skill dice until after you do your roll. But with Tantrum, it specifically says that you can use his rage die at any time during his turn. So we are going to execute the Troll Romper. But where he has 6 skin? I don't care. He is executed. Done. Bye-bye, Troll Romper. It was nice knowing you. This die comes out, and then we are going to attack the Kobold Tracker. Yeah, so I'm definitely not going to do anything with my bones, unfortunately, but I have 1 health, so this kind of needs to go down this way. I'm rolling 3 attack dice. I rolled 2 damage and a bones. That's fine. I'll slot the bones. 2 damage reduces down to 1 because of the tracker, but that's all we need to make sure he goes away. That goes there. That goes there. We have successfully won our day 2 encounter. Whee! And I kept all of my I got herbs just for kicks. So I'm going to take another loot. This is my reward. Bam! Last battle stew. We get 7 hit points on this card. It's going to have some spoilage every day. So hopefully I'll be able to remember that. That's fine. Oh, we'll see if I roll a 4 or a 5. I did forget to scout the first day, so I would have scouted. I did roll a 5. Do we want the Orc Rager? Sure. You could do a lot worse than the Orc Rager. So we scouted him on day 1. Now we go to the rest of our end of turn sequence on day 2. I'm going to use the stew. Oh, I won't use the stew yet. I have 2 points to upgrade. Let me upgrade a health here. So I'm going to take a chip for that, and I'll upgrade a dex because that's super important. This rage die is going to go back into its slot. This is done. And then I'm going to take 3 from the stew to get up to full health. I will scout at the end of my turn. I rolled a 1. Let's see what's on top of this. It is another Troll Brute. I think we just killed his brother. No, we killed the Troll Romper. This is a Troll Brute. So thick skin 1, careless. It has a defense die. It's very similar though. Initiative is a 1. Yeah. So fine, we're going to keep him as well. Put this back to round. This goes here. We go to day 3. Oh, we did get a progress point, so we're up to 2. We're coming for you, Gendricks. And then we have day 3. This goes here. Again, this is the special encounter. We've seen it a bunch of times. I don't know. What do I want, kids? I'll randomize it, whatever. So I can either get a trove loot or another progress point in another day. Tantrum's so good. We'll see. What I roll? I rolled a 3. Good. Is it 1, 2, 3 is top, 4, 5, 6 is bottom? I definitely wanted the top, so this makes me happy. Now I need to roll a die. If I roll a 1 or a 2, one of the Tantrum cards will come to the top of the encounter deck. I rolled a 3, so we're good there. I'm going to get 2 days toward my progress. So we are up to 4, and now I get 1 more training point. I will spend that training point on, I don't know, I think another dex. I'm tempted to do like a kobold, but I have the Agot herbs. Oh, so at the beginning of day 3, the stew would have spoiled a little bit. So we still have 3 there. Yeah, we're only gonna have 2 left on that. So I'm like a kobold is enticing to me, but I think it's gonna make more sense to get another dex. So I'm up to 5. That way I can roll all 3 attack dice and roll 1 defense and do some movement and stuff. But I don't have any skills yet. Maybe that's silly. Do I want like a worm's also enticing to me? It's all so enticing to me. You know, I'll take like a kobold. I just think it's super cool. And yeah, I'll start doing health. and stuff. Health and dex, I think, before I really do the rest of this stuff. And we'll get up to that rage die probably like day 5 or day 6. All right, so that is done. This goes off. Ended a round. I can do scouting again. Who am I scouting? Nobody. We're good. We go to day 4. That's fine. The stew spoils. We're down to 2 on there, and we're gonna randomly roll a die. We're gonna roll a die, which will make this random. Is really what I should have said. Randomly rolling a die doesn't make any sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That makes sense. I'm gonna roll a die. That is a D12. This is a D10. Cool. I will swap you out. That's what I will do. So that's a 4. D10 coming out. What did I roll? I rolled a 1. Bottom of the stack. Here we go. Just out of reach. I love rocky landscapes. Trouble is easy to spot, and it's a breeze to cover larger distances. Sparkling streams of fresh water are commonplace in the mountains of Daelore, one of the land's few mercies on ill-prepared travelers. Up ahead, the narrow corridor I'm following suddenly opens into a sun-bathed canyon with a peaceful creek flowing just beyond. Such a place would offer some much-needed resources, but odds of an ambush are high. If I waltz out into the open, I might be picked off before I can taste the cool mountain water. I might be able to scale this wall and find a higher pathway around, but that will take time. I'm not sure I have. Oh no, what do I want to do? So, I can get another progress point. Again, we're up to 4 already, day 4, so I'm not worried about the progress point. So if I get another progress point, we're at 4. The baddie queue is going to be at 6. All ranged baddies will be at the top of the inning meter. They usually are anyway, if we're being honest. Or I can climb the rope. Baddies don't move, and I have surprise. And I just still think that's a no-brainer. I just won't get that progress point, but I'm really not that worried. I'm already halfway there, and we're only on day 4. So let's do this. I'm going to make the baddie queue, which is going to be the 5 and the 1. Oh, wait. I know what the baddie's going to be. Oh no. They're both melee anyway. They can't move. Maybe that makes sense. Well, no, they will be able to move. Right. He might be first, but I'm not going to be able to stay away from him. So they both move. They both attack me. That's 3 dice. But that day could be important. Am I that worried about these guys? Not really. He's got that rage too, which is, pretty awful. Just don't injure him till you're ready to take him out, is really the point of that, right? So, sure, I'll do the top because why not? Neither are ranged. Maybe I'll roll a 5 and go first, so there is that possibility. So the Orc Rager has rating, but we don't have another Orc in play, so that's nice to know. So knowing what was coming kind of led me to make this choice, which may or may not work out for me. We'll see. So I may win, I may lose. It's profound, I know. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That's good. So lane 1 is the Orc Rager. Lane 2 is the Troll Brute. I'm rolling my any die. Roll a 5. Oh, Tantrum for the win with a 5. I love you. Yeah, neither of these are ranged, so I am definitely going to be first. And this dude is a measly little 1. So that's cool. Where do I want to go? I don't know. That's interesting. I do wish I had this Axe Collector. I have 3 attack dice. This guy has thick skin 1, right? So after defense, then you have thick skin. It just reduces the number of damage that you are doing. So if I can roll 4 and get lucky there, it'd be nice. I mean, like a kobold might be a strong roll right here with my dex of a 4, but I can just roll that 1 defense die too. I think damaging the Orc Rager and he rolls 4 dice would be a really bad idea. So let's see if I can knock out this Troll Brute with my attack of a 4 here. So we're 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's the wrong kind of dice. I need 3 attack dice, which is my attack number right now. And I will roll like a kobold. And oh, wait. I didn't do my body count last turn, right? So I defeated 2 baddies, so my body count should be up to 2. I get there. I get there often. Just sometimes. There's a lot going on. I'm sorry. So we're going to attack. I'm attacking with these 4 dice. Give me 4 damage because that thick skin's going to be super annoying. Well, he's also careless. He can just take himself out. So even 3 damage would be good. Oh my gosh. What a terrible roll that is. So I'm attacking him as my target. I did 1 damage, but he's at thick skin 1, so he ignores both of that. Oh, this starts here. And now since I did an attack, I am at 1.2. I have 2 bones, but I did get like a kobold 2. That will tick down on my next 2 turns. So yikes is in order. That was not the roll of champions. So I am done. The Orc Rager is going to go. He's going to come down. He's going to punch me in the face with 2 dice. What's he going to do? Bam. He does 2 damage. Oh, wait, but I'm like a kobold. So now I have Hardy. That's right. So I just take 1 damage. That 1 chip comes off. That makes my rage die go up to 1.4. Interesting, inciting. Yeah, it gives me some ideas for what I want to do the next turn for sure. So the Troll Brute's going to go. He's rolling 1 of each. He's got a defense die and a damage die. So he would do 2 damage. Again, I'm still like a kobold. I lose that. And I go up to 1.6. And he now has a defense die of a 2. We go to the next round. I'm going to attack the Orc Rager, because this is going to tick down to a 1. So I know no matter what he does to me, he's only doing 1 damage, right? So that's pretty strong. That was a really great roll with like a kobold. So, and the thing with the execute, you can execute any adjacent baddie. It does not have to be the target. It's really cool. So what I'm going to do is attack the Rager and work some magic against this dude who I tried to kill last turn and woefully failed, right? So what am I doing? I'm rolling 3 attack dice. I'm rolling 1 defense die. That is all of my dex. And I'm attacking this Orc Rager. So, bam, I do 3 damage to him. He's gonna roll 4 attack dice. Oh, I am not worried, kids. So I do that, and I have a defense of a 2. And now since I did an attack, my rage die goes up to 1.8. Oh, I think I'm gonna execute somebody. Bye-bye, Troll Brute. That's very sad. I miss you already. I killed someone, so I get body count up to a 3. So that's 3 health, just sitting there for me for when I want it. And that defense die goes away. So that worked out fairly well. We could take the Troll Brute's any die off, and now the Orc Rager is going to attack me. He's attacking me with 4 dice. So much damage! He does 5 damage! Nope, he doesn't. I'm like a kobold. I just take the 1. Very cool. We now go to round 3. So I forgot I moved the die last time. Sorry about that. I'm going to start. I'm rolling 3 dice. This would tick down to 0, so that exhausts. Oh, you know what? I didn't take any damage last time because I had this defend die. Oh, I did take that. He rolled a 1,000,000. Right, so I still took 1 damage. My defend die would have had of exhaust when he attacked me. So I'm rolling 3. I just need 2 points of damage to kill this guy once and for all. And we will move on. Bam! What I roll? Yep, that's 3 damage. Unfortunately, I did not get the bones I wanted to get the axe collector thing going. But that will have to do. 3 damage. We killed the Orc Rager. And we can move on. So he goes there. We are there. And cool. So we got a progress point. We go up to 5. We get another loot, which is nice. We'll see what this is. It is a Tyrant gem. So we get a trove loot in exchange for that. That will work. So we'll do that. And we can start making some lockpicking attempts, which will be cool. And at the end of the battle, we also get 2 training points. I definitely want another health, and I definitely want another dex. So my health is 6. I'm going to use the rest of the battle stew to get there. So we 2 spoiled, but we got most of the value out of that. And my health is 6 now. Yeah, and I have the Agatars. I'll probably scout again, so that will give me some more flexibility there. These all come out, and now we can roll to pick this trove loot. So I need to get my picking dies. Again, this is the end of the turn sequence. I already got my rewards, so we're at lockpicking attempt. Bam! I need a 5 lever. I got a 3 lever, and I can turn this 3/4 into lever with that die. So we have done the lever. There's no chance of getting the trip, but I'll roll that. I got 3 trip. I need 5. So we have 1/3 of the locks open. So that will be fun to look forward to. And now we can put this back to round 1. And now we can do some scouting. Bam, I rolled a 1. And that's going to let me scout the top thing here. Oh, it's a bog frog. Yeah, no. The poison thing freaks me out. We're good. I'll deal with anything else. Don't give me the bog frog. I'll even take a weekend now that I have 5 decks. I just don't want the bog frog. Cool. So that's done. I think all my games with Drellin, the bog frog is just, I'm having nightmares about that dude and just avoiding him as much as we can. So we're gonna go to the day counter. We go to day 5, which is cool. This is gonna move over here. We're gonna roll the die. There are 8 left, so give me my D8. What do we get? It's a 6. So it is the last of the encounters that were to the left of the Tyrant encounters. So we'll see if we pull any of those anytime soon. We have not so ordinary water. At last, a stream of liquid trickles from a crack in the ravine wall. I've been running for what feels like hours with a nasty gash in my side, and the water instantly renews my strength. That was no ordinary merchant camp back there, and I paid for my stupidity before I could flee. This spring is also not so ordinary. A strange yet welcome sensation is present as the water runs through my system. Instinct tells me to wash my wound directly, and instantly the bleeding stops. Maybe I should set up camp and allow this water to do its work, but who else knows about this spring? Have I distanced myself enough from those swindling merchants? Nope, you haven't. So we can stay here for the day. We have a battle. It's going to be 2 5-point baddies. So the baddie points plus a 5-point baddie. And then we'd have 5 hit points in the prep area. So I don't hate that idea. The problem is I did not get the rage 2. So I'm a little worried about that. Oh, I killed another. So I do have this too. Oh, I have so much. I'd have 5 buff HP. I'd have my 5 health here. I'd have the cobalt. I'd have the agat herbs. And I'd have this body count. Or I can keep this and it's 2 hit points later, and then I get the day. That could be a tough battle. I mean, these 5-pointers are no joke. My attack's only a 3. So this gives me a training point of loot. This gives me a training point in a day. I think going as 2 5-pointers right now would be a wee bit unwise. I should probably take the rage die, guaranteed. I mean, it stinks that I haven't got any of the axes yet. It's like one of the reasons, like, maybe I should just battle to try to get some axes. But I think I get the rage die. I want to upgrade my attack at some point too, but I just don't know if an extra loot's worth it. Yeah, I'm going to take it as loot. It gets 2 buff HP. We get another training point, so guaranteeing that's nice. So, or progress points. We're at 6 already, and we get to get 1 training point. Let me get the second rage die, please. Thank you very much. We have the end of turn sequence, so I'm going to scout again. Well, let me do the lockpicking first. We'll do this in order. So lockpicking first, I need 5 trip. I got 2 trip. Well, this is the trip die. 1 trip there. I got 2 trip from the lever die, and I can re-roll a die. I'll re-roll the trip die. 3 trip. That is 5 trip total. That will do. And then we can try to do the force. That's 3 force, and I could re-roll a die, but I can't get 5 force. So is she not gonna? Oh, I can use that as anything. I'll use it as force. Oh, we're still short. So we are 1 away from opening that sucker. Hopefully that'll be really good. I'm getting excited, kids. It's like Christmas. And then we are going to scout. Bam. What do we get? A 4 or a 5. Let me see what the 5-point baddie would have been. Oh, it's a bog lark. Yes, I am glad I did not. So he has a ranged poison too. No. No. That would have probably not gone well for us had I tried that battle for sure. So let's go to day 6. Here we are. Rolling the D8 again because now we have 7. I do want to get these Tyrant encounters, hopefully, because I like the variety of them. So I rolled a 7. Here we go. The language of the orb. The orb materializes out of nowhere. The suspense in that. The way I read that was beautiful, wasn't it? Yeah. So the orb materializes out of nowhere, suspended in the air and emanating a black and ominous light. At first, it simply hovers above the mud that's been impeding any real progress for the day. Then it speaks, not audibly, and not in any language spoken in Daelore. The words it's speaking seem to float through the air without movement or sound, yet they're easily understood. Running away in this driving rain is going to be difficult, but meeting this orb's demands is going to come at a cost. So we have 2 options. One gives us an extra training point, the other one doesn't. The first option is there is no plan B. The orb's subtle mind control affects your decision making. Baddie points, no backup plans may be used during battle. Oh, I really want Arc Selector. And then the other one is there a plan C. Baddie points. Again, it's just a 6. For each bones I roll, the orb does 1 damage to the gearloc. You've got to be kidding me. nuts. I mean, I could definitely roll a lot of bones, right? That's another training point. We just need a 5 and a 1. Have this buff. Have the gut herbs. I have the body count. I mean, I'm tempted to do it. It's just a training point, though. I'm just really trying to get my axes going, and I'm frustrated I haven't been able to do that. But I mean, it's hard to know how many bones I'm gonna roll, right? I mean, nothing represents the orb, which is weird. Damage could be helpful to get up to 2.8. Whatever. Let's try it. YOLO! Figure it out! So, 6. What do we get? It is the Kobold Fanatic. He's rolling 3 dice. And he's got Hardy and Inspire 1. I don't like the Inspire 1, but I do like the fact he's only 3 on the innie meter here. So he's coming in. He's got 6 health. And he is a melee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we have the Clay Golem. He's only attacking with 1 die. He's got 5 health, but again, we have that wonderful break skill that he brings to the table. And he is going to be, I'm going to be ahead of both these guys. So that's a nice draw. That's a really nice draw. So he's going to be there at a 2. And he's got 5 health, as I said. We'll put him there. The Hardy's a little unfortunate. The Inspire 1, it means he's actually going to give the Golem a 2nd die every turn. So this is going to start here. I really want some axes. I'm going to put this... Shoot. I mean, if I just break everything in the Golem, it's not the worst. If I do like a Kobold, it will really help control my losses here. Yeah, I think I go after the Clay Golem, I break, and then up. It's going to be hard to get that rage up, because I could just execute this guy with a 2.8. The Golem is in my way. Golem is in my way. So what am I doing? I could just run away this first turn. It's not nuts. Take the 2 damage from him, or 2 dice from him. Let me do that with my decks. Round 1, I'm going to go. I'm moving down here. I'm going to roll like a Kobold and a defense die. I think that'll be the start that makes the most sense. And honestly, that gives me an axe. I'm tempted to use it. It's very tempting. But I think Kobold will be stronger. So moving down there. The benefit of this is that he'll come here, that cuts him off for next turn. So it'll give me a couple of turns to figure out what the heck I want to do with this Golem. I mean, even if I want to exhaust the 1.0 die and just execute the Golem, and then I could just run around without having to be too worried about this Kobold Fanatic, right? So I'm rolling these 2 dice. My dex is 5, so obviously I'm underusing things. I can't use attack dice, so I'm not attacking anything. I rolled, I want that 1 axe. So here's 1 shield, and I can just take an axe. That probably makes no sense. I didn't roll a bone, so I don't take a damage from that. No, I'm not going to take that. Yeah, I'm not going to take that result. I'm going to put it back in the skill. So what's happening now? The Kobold Fanatic is going to come down here. Then we have the Clay Golem is inspired by the Kobold Fanatic, so he's actually rolling 2 dice. We have 3 damage. So again, that bones thing only applies to gearlocs. He didn't roll the bones anyway, so I don't know why I care about this right now. So I lose 2 pieces of health, and that means I go to 1.4. So we go to the round 2. We'll reset these. I'm going to use this as a heal in battle. That's out. I'm going to roll the Kobold die, 3 attack dice, and a defend die. So using all 5 of my decks. See what happens. Bam. All right, so I get the Kobold. So like a Kobold for the next round. Oh, I did an attack, so that goes up to 1.6. This is in play. I'm going to take 2 damage, so I rolled 2 of those. Instead, that becomes 1 damage because I'm like a Kobold now, because you could do that in any order you want. Since I lost the damage, I go to 1.8. I think I just execute the Clay Golem now. These 2 bones will go on my backup plan. I'm going to execute the Golem. That gives my body count up to a 5. Come on, it's on there. There it is. That's done. So he's out. So we're not going to be using the 2.0 die because we just used it up on the 1.0, which is fine. In case that's wrong, I'm pretty sure that's right. The Kobold's active immediately. I could have, again, gotten angry if I needed to go up again. And remember, I am being able to use backup plans. That's why we're doing this insanity. doing option 2. These 2 attack dice do nothing for me. I will use the Agat herbs. So he's rolling 3 dice here, Mr. Hardy. I'm going to use the Agat herbs, 2 portions of it, to get myself up to full health of 6. So the one dude is dead, the clay golem, and now the kobold fanatic goes. He comes in, he's rolling 3. I'm still like a kobold because of course I am. Bam, he rolls 3. He does 3 damage to me. I just lose 1 because, again, like a kobold is in play. All right, my turn. This goes away. I have 5 decks, and I think I need to start running from this dude a little bit because it's dangerous. So 5 decks, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to roll my 1 defense die. I wouldn't mind a bones here. Or we'll get 2 shield. That's fine. So this is round 3. Cold Fanatic goes there. We go to round 4. Still running from him a little bit. So we're going to go 1, 2. I'm going to take the defense die out. I'm going to re-roll it. It's 2 shield. I'm going to really try to get this axe collector thing. I don't think it's meant to be. So this guy goes here. We go to round 5. I'm going to move 2. I'm going to take this out, re-roll it. Not a bones. Keep rolling 2s though. Goes here. All right, fatigue round. So this is going to get a little interesting. So fatigue. Remember, this guy has hardy, so he's only taking 1 damage a turn, and that's going to be a wee bit rough. Now I do have this body count. I don't want to try not to consume the whole thing if I can help it. So we'll see. I think I'm going to have to though, unless I get some axes. But again, if I roll the bones, I'm taking damage now, which is ugh. Oh wait, but the orb does 1 damage to it. It's not true damage. Oh, but if I'm the only way I'm getting. That's right. The only way I'm getting bones is by rolling that because I can't roll attack dice. So I'm not attacking anybody. It's not great. Not great at all. So I'm going to use up the Agat herbs, get the 5. The Agat herbs. So moving 2, rolling this. Do I want to do this? Sure. Yes, bones, take a damage. If I use the body count but get the 3 axe selector, I think that'll be worth it. He goes down here. We go to the next round. Damage. My turn. I go up. I'm rolling a defense die. Give me bones. No. Goes here. We go to the next round. Damage. I'm going to use the body count. So I used all 5 of the health from that. And I think that's any time in your turn. Nope. So a lot of the skills you can't use until after you roll. So I'll just in case, I won't use this just yet. So I'm going to move 2. I'm going to roll, take this defense die out, roll it. Is it a bones? It is not. Then I'm going to assume this, get it down to 0, and I get up to 6 health. That will work. We go to the Kobold Tracker. He goes here. Next turn. Damage. I'm going to move 2, roll this. Bones! Yes! Cool, so I roll the bones, I take a damage. I'm going to exhaust these 4 though to get my axe collector up to 3. He goes here. Next round, damage. I'm going to move 1, attack 2, attack 3. But if I roll bones, I'll roll at least 1 hit, right? I mean, I could use the axe collector, but I don't want to waste it. Just don't roll 3 bones. That would be ridiculous. I rolled 1 bones, that's a damage, and then 2 damage, and I defeated the Kobold Fanatic. Just like that. Super dead. Alright, so what do we get? He comes off the mat. Still haven't done my innate, which is fine. I'm going to get 2 training points, and with those training points, I'm going to get, we already like a Kobold, I'm going to get like a worm. Like a worm. This goes here, and then I'm going to get myself 1 another dex or 1 another health. I'll take another dex. No, you know what? Before I take like a worm, I'm going to try to get my attack up. So I'm going to roll 3 attack. Oh, I do! Nice. And then before I take like a worm, I'm going to get this dex up, is what I'm going to do. So no like a worm. I'll get you later. I miss you already. I know. We're there. I do want like a worm for sure before I get up to Gendricks. So that is definitely a priority for me. But that's nice. I mean, I get a health, like a worm. We got some powerful things happening. All right, so we go to the end of the round. I'm going to do my lockpicking attempt. For this trove loot, I need 5 force. I got exactly 0 force. Now, since this was my first attempt at picking a lock, I do get a second try in the same turn. I need 5 force. I got 1 force. I get to re-roll 1 die, but I don't think that's going to help. I'm going to need exactly 3 force on the force die and a +1. Did I get it? Nope. I get the roll again though. Did I get it? Nope. I got the +1, but I got the 1T. So not great luck there. We are going to get back to full health. So I'm going to go to 6 here. And that will do. This comes out. We got the round 1 here. And we're going to go to day 7. Remember, out of 10. Oh, we get another progress point. So we're up to 7. We're 1 away from being able to take this dude on. And we face the orb and we live to tell about it. Oh, you get another loot too. That's right. So many things. What do we get? A mechanical assistance. Increase your dex by 3 for this turn. So that will be a fun little thing to have at some point in the future. So it's a single use mechanical assistant thing that we will have available to us. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get 7 progress points in 6 days. And now we go to day 7. I need a D6 now. The encounters are thinning, people. So we rolled a 4. Unwanted oh, I freaking hit you. Oh, I did cause the death of the kobold. Remember, I went and attacked him at the end, so my body count should be up to 1. I despise, whatever. The kid's unlucky. He's just a bad kid. I can exhaust 3 skill dice. That's so bad. So bad. I mean, I could just punt an encounter. Oh, so bad. That's fine. We're exhausting 3 skill dice. I'm going to exhaust like a kobold. I'm keeping those axes, and I'm keeping body count. So those are exhausted. We're just not losing my health. So I get 1 progress point. I'm going to take like a worm now, because I can. I think that will be helpful, because I'm not going to have the executability next battle. And I'm going to get 1 more progress point. So we are at day 8. We are there. At the end of the day, what can I do? We are going to roll our lockpick attempt. I still need 3 force. We had bad luck last time. What happens this time? So I get 2 force on the force die, and I get to reroll a die. This is again my first attempt. I don't think it's going to work, but we'll see. 3 force. I get to reroll it. Oh, I only get to reroll 1 die. So I totally cheated. I missed on both of them. So I'll go with the trip die. I got 2 force. I get the reroll. I got 2 force and a +1. That's great. 5 force. We did it. Box of Endless Adventures. So this is nuts. Some people will be like, where is that card from? It's special. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. I might have done something and wasted an entire Saturday one day. So your party has +1 dex while this is in your possession, which is pretty cool, and it's heavy. So I'm kind of stuck. I'm going to take it, though. The Box of Endless Adventures, I'll take +1 dex. That makes my life a little bit easier. So we have 7 dex, and hopefully we can use that to our advantage. So Mechanical Assistance all of a sudden is a little bit expendable. So if we have an encounter that's going to give me a chance to get another loot, then I might just use that up, and hopefully the other loot's a little bit more helpful. All right, so we're going to what? Day 8. We already going to attack this dude, but we don't want to, because I want to get a little bit more level up, get some more health here, and just kind of string this thing out for a couple more battles. Again, the next battle, I can't use 3 skill dice. Really? We need to have that happen before the final encounter for sure. So I'm rolling a D6. Oh, the other Tyrant encounter. The Hall and the Orb. This is probably not great timing considering I lost my skills. The beauty is enough to take one's breath away. This level of architecture and ornate decoration is beyond any gearloc's wildest dreams. Marble pillars with ornate ivory accents support a roof of gold leaf. The obsidian floor makes gearloc boots look even more worn than usual. Rising from the center of the room, a solid glass pedestal cradles a faintly pulsating orb. Of course it does. Deathly quiet, the hall exudes dread, beauty, and power all at once. The orb seems to be observing everything in the room, though it's not moving or making a sound. Destroying something so beautiful seems criminal, but it has all the makings of one of Gendricks' dangerous and powerful artifacts. All right, take out that pillar. And now if we succeed at this, this card is also persistent. Any orb created during the Tyrant battle will start with 3 hit points instead of 4. That could be very useful. We are going to do baddie points, so it's 8. After baddies enter the battle mat, place 3 hit points for each gearloc in your party into 1 stack and place it in an open baddie range position. Orb does 1 damage to opposing units, not adjacent to it at the end of each round. Party treats orb as opposing unit. Gearlocs must destroy orb and baddies to succeed. Okay, so we have baddie points are 8. We're gonna get a 5er and 3 1ers, and then after placing, we put it in an open baddie range position. So that, and I'll put 3 health there. to remember that we have an orb. We get a loot, and we get a training point and a progress point if we succeed. What do we get? Oh, it's a Kobold Elite. He has compound. He does a melee attack. He's hardy because they're all freaking hardy all the time. They are the hardy boys, people. That is fine. So that goes there. We have a 1-point baddie. Oh, it is a bug frog. He is not the hardy boys. He's the worst. He comes in. He's going to chill right there. We have what? Who's next? Tell them what they won, Bob. They've won an orc peon. So great. So he's also in a melee position. He comes in with 3 health. He goes right there. And then finally in this wall of amazingness, we have a... Ooh, that's nice. I don't mind the bog pole being after the bog frog, but I do mind that I'm going to be having poison every round now. Rough, so that goes in a ranged position. Where am I putting this orb? The orb will go there. I mean, this dude, raid is fine. That Kobold Elite is a little annoying because, yeah, hardy is a thing, but maybe I can get a worm on him. And I have the axe collector, so I can just do that. That will very much help. So, got some possibilities here. Let me get these any dice. So, the yellow die is going to be a 3 in lane 3. Let me roll mine, make life easier. I rolled a 5. I'm on fire, people, with my any die rolls. We have the purple is a 3 in lane 2, so that's going to be ahead of lane 3. The green is a 3 in lane 4, and that is nice with the poison effect that I was just mentioning. And then we have the Kobold Elite is a 3 in lane 1. They're all 3s. How nice. They are awesome. They are awesome. All right, let me think about how I want to do this. It doesn't make sense to waste a big attack on that dude because, well, I could try to get like a worm on him is what I could do. And then between poison, I get 1 damage. If he attacks me, he gets poisoned. And then I have axes to throw at him. It's not terrible. Well, the other option is I really just try to take out this bog frog. Again, I have +1 dex, so my dex is really a 7, which is super nice. So I go in, 4 attack. I try to kill him. The axe collector can't be adjacent. That's the thing. Oh, he is rage 1, not raid 1. So I was thinking it was raid 1, and it's fine. He has no friends, but now it's rage 1. So if he is damaged, he's going to combat me with 1 more die. So this is interesting. Not doing this with a raised die is going to make this a bit of a challenge, but I think we have the pieces to give us a fair possibility. And then again, this mechanical dex 3, I can run anywhere I want. Again, if the orb's the last thing to defeat, that's totally fine. I am going to... I'm going to move here with 1. I'm going to roll like a worm and 4 attack dice and 1 defense die. And so again, my dex is 7 because of that. So this is totally fine. So I'm rolling all of these dice. Come on, give me some dead bog frog for the win. Bam. 5 damage to the bog frog, totally dead. What happened to like a worm? Beautiful. So we have that, which I can put in an active slot. It's got that little 2 on there. That dude's dead. My body counter goes up to 2. This is here. And we have 1 shield. Don't hate it. Again, like a worm, when hit by just a baddie, I can place a poison effect die on that baddie. Let me do this because he's not adjacent. I'm going to use up one of my axes. So I rolled 0 bones. Use up one of my axes, and we're going to do 2 damage to the Kobold Elite. Oh, it's actually just 1. Isn't that a beautiful thing? So I'm done. Kobold Tracker is going to come over. He's attacking me with 1 die because he's compound and it's only round 1. So he'll go up on the meter. He rolls 1 damage. My shield comes off. Since I was attacked by an adjacent baddie, I'm going to exhaust the like a worm and put 2 poison on him. Oh wait, the orb does 1 damage to opposing units not adjacent to it at the end of each round. So glad I reread that. So I will take a damage at the end of the round. Let me put a die there. I'll put Gendricks die there so I don't forget that. The poison is going to do 2 more damage to him. I mean, I have 2 more of the axe collectors. So we'll see. I almost wish I had like a wolf because then I could have lashed back and kind of made him go away a little bit quicker. But it should work out. That die is up. Well, purple die is off. I'm sorry. Lane 3 is over here. Lane 3 is going to move 2. He's trying to get there. So he goes 1, 2. And then lane 4 is going to give me a poison 1 die. because that's what bog poles do. And then this dude is going to give me 1 damage because I'm not adjacent to it. So we go to round 2. My turn, I'm going to take 1 true damage right off the bat because of the poison that was on me. He'll be down to 4. If I just run from him, can't get adjacent to the Rager without him. He's only attacking 2, so maybe that's not the worst thing. If I kill this dude, I don't worry about the poison. Okay, body count up to 3, and then I can heal 3 and get myself up to 6 health. Because he's attacking 2, he'll be attacking 1, that's a damage. But I would ignore the poison, so I probably would exhaust the body count at the end of killing the bog pole. So that seems to make the most sense. I won't use the axe collector this turn. He'll be down to 4. By the time the poison leaves him, he'll be down to 2. So we'll have to figure out how the heck I want to take care of him. But at this point, yeah, him coming this way is not ideal. The other option is I attack him twice. He attacks me 2, but then I have the poison. But then I won't have to worry about him attacking me 3 next round because he would be super dead. No, this is fine. I think it makes the most sense to kill the bog pole because that 1 damage a turn is going to add up. For sure going to add up. Or come kill him. Or even if I go there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I can get the 10 dex. Knock out the orb. I use the axe collector on him. Oh, that's too much dex. Too much dex. Yeah, I misplayed this the first round. I put myself in a corner I shouldn't have put myself into. That is for sure. If I just come down here this turn, don't attack anyone. He comes here, he goes there. Oh, he would move first. Oh, that's an idea. You can cut him off. That I like. All right, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 2 more decks. I'm gonna roll a defense die, and then I'm gonna use my axe collector to do a damage here. And I will exhaust my body count to get up to full health. That seems the most efficient way to do that. So the Cobalt Tracker takes 2 damage because of the poison, but he's hardy, so it does 1 damage. Oh, he's only got 2 left? No, he should have had 5. I missed. Yeah, somehow he should have 3 left. Right, because I attacked him twice. No, he has 2 left. That's right, because it was twice with axe collectors and then once with the poison. So he's going to have 1 health left at this point. So all that work last time to get 3 axes, and I'm basically going to blow through all of them. I never rolled my defense die, so let me do that first. I rolled. It's a bones. So now the Kobold Elite's going to go. He goes 1, 2. The Orc Rager's going to go. He goes there. He's rolling 1 die. It's a bone, so no damage. I get a poison on me because of the bog pole. It's a poison 1. And then we go to the end of the round. I take a damage because I'm not adjacent to the orb. We are going to take a damage because of the poison at the beginning of this round. Yeah, I think I just kill the elite and the rest of this should be good. I can go and kill the bog pole too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 more decks. Yeah, kill the bog pole. I think that makes the most sense. Kill the elite. This is doing 1 damage a turn, but it's like pick your poison, right? Literally pick your poison. That poison or the orb. So I'm going to do the mechanical assistance. My dex is now at 10 for this turn. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to roll 4 attack dice because I have 5 more dex. And I'm going to roll this defense die. I want to really make sure that this bog pole does not hang around. So I rolled, that's a 2. I rolled a bones. That is plenty to kill the bog pole. My body count goes up to that. This goes here. And now I'm going to deplete my axe collector down to 0. So I do 1 damage to the Kobold Elite. That we are in round 3. 5, so that goes there. The green die is out. Kobold Elite, beginning of his turn, he takes a damage because of the poison. So he's toast my ghost. So that like a worm proves to be everything there. The Rager's going to move 2. Can't get to me. End of the round, they take a damage because of the orb. I'm not adjacent to it. Notice I did not get any benefit from the Kobold Elite dying because it died from poison. So, you know, that's fine. Actually, you know what I should have done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Instead of moving here with 5, I would have moved there with 5 because the Rager still wouldn't have gotten to me, but it would change up his movement. He would go 1, 2. That's fine. So he'll attack me this turn, but I'm not that worried about it. Or I could just go kill him instead, right? Yeah, it probably makes more sense. So we go to round 4. Yeah, let me take out the Rager. That probably makes the most sense. So I'm going to move here. I'm going to roll 4 dice. I have 6 decks left, so 4 attack dice. So I'm maxing out that. My defend die. We're rolling. So that is 5 damage and a shield. Body count goes up because the Rager is dead. Or I'm sorry, the peon. He's not at the Rager. He's a peon. What is he? He is nothing but a peon. Of course he is. Then that goes there, and that goes there. So they're all dead. The orb does 1 damage to me. That can be actually can be blocked. Well, it should have been blocked last turn with the shield. No, I just had the shield. Yeah, so that should be blocked with the shield. It's not true damage. We go to round 5. I'm going to go take care of business and end this. Hopefully I roll 2. Well, I'm Jason knows he's not gonna stop damaging me. Oh, I got time. I'm gonna take my time with this. I really want to get those axes back, so I'm gonna roll 4 and 1. I have plenty of decks. No, I got 0 in the way of bones. He attacks me. No, he doesn't because I'm adjacent. We go to fatigue rounds. I take 1 damage. I'm rolling 4 and a shield. You know what? I would have assigned 2 damage to him. Obviously the orb does not get fatigued. So, you know, it is what it is. So I just want to make sure I can take care of him. So last time I didn't roll any bones and I didn't assign any damage. I just would have just kept him around with just 1. Because I'm really trying to get some bones. I didn't roll any bones again. Keeping it alive, it doesn't attack me. Next fatigue round. Well, my last chance to roll some bones, people. We have 4 dice and a shield. I roll 1 bones. Why? Oh, this should have gone out if I'm re-rolling this, right? So 1 bone's not enough to get my axes back, but I'll defeat this. So I've defeated the orb. The orb will only have 3 hit points and not 4 in the final battle. We're going to get a new loot. That's the trove loot. We get a new loot. Bam! Raider armor. It's heavy. I cannot keep it, unfortunately, because I'm already that. I think that's way more important. Wait, what is this again? 1s on your defense die maybe upgraded to 2s, and bones maybe converted to 1s. Yeah, so unfortunately, I think that extra dex is still more important. So we're going to keep that. I'm going to get another day. We don't need it. Not going to worry about it. I get another training point, and I get all my skill dice back. Hello, I missed you so much. So that goes there. This goes here. Like a kobold, like a worm. These all come out. I'm going to use this last die on. Do I want defense? Like a wolf. Like a wolf is pretty cool. I do like that lashback ability. It's a pretty good array. We'll see what this next thing is. And we're going to day 9. Do I want to give myself 2 chances at this? My dex is 7. Obviously, end of the round, I'm going to do the healing to get up to full health. Now, I think I do 1 more day. Try to get my body count up again. Boost my health maybe to a 7 or an 8. I like 7 dex. Not too crazy about trying to do more with defense here. You know, we'll see. So let me see what the next option is. So we go to day 9. We are rolling. I have 4 cards left. So invited for dinner. Wakey, wakey, little critter. Blah, blah, blah. A deep voice bellows. Lockpick attempt. I have to discard my loot, draw 2 new ones, or I lose 3 hit points. I can only recover half. Nope! We're going to do the Tyrant encounter. That is my choice. I'm not going to even waste your time. Once I knew what it was, I'm not reading that flavor text. Here we go. Day 9. So we got 2 chances at this. Wish I had a little bit more health, and I wish I had a little bit more of a body count. I wish I had some axes. But, you know, this is what we have, kids. We were going to make the best of it. So, Tyrant encounter. What is the deal? We have a baddie points. So the battle cube is 9. Party 1 ignores that. So the statue of scales. We add a 1-point kobold baddie on top of the baddie cube and Gendricks to the bottom. So we get a 1-point kobold. We have to go until we find a kobold. Are you a kobold? No, you're an orc. Are you a kobold? Yes, it is a kobold. It's a kobold tracker. That is correct. So the tyrant skills are hardy. Any turn your Gendricks takes damage, its total is reduced down to 1. Of course it is. Limit. Gendricks target immediately removes a stat die from their gearloc mat for the remainder of this battle. If health or defense stat dice are removed, adjust hit points and active dice to reflect the new max. I forgot about that. It's been a while since I played against Gendricks. I was, again, messing around Marrow a lot today. So now it's like, oh, right, Gendricks is really hard. So, Tyrant dice. Man, I forgot about that. Well, I mean, I have 4 decks because of that. Wow, super interesting. Well, I guess the attack stat doesn't mean much against Gendricks because, you know, is what it is. I'm glad I upgraded that, giving me more options here. So active orb. So we have this, his little tyrant die. Where is your tyrant die, Gendricks? Oh, I put it over here. That's right. We were using it. We were using it to track the orb that was just attacking me. So place this die and 4 hit points on baddie lane. Only roll if an orb is not active, right? If there's an active orb on the battle map, we don't roll this at all. If there is not an active orb, we roll, we place this die and 4 hit points on the baddie lane. So that again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the other 2 sides are something different. So if I roll this and it comes out that with a 4, I would put this in the lane 4 and I'd have 3 hit points. It should be 4, but based on the encounter I just had, it's now only 3. If that position is occupied, attempt the next position. Oh, in the range position. So it would be back here. If it's occupied, go to the next position. Oh, next position in the same lane. So I guess you would go down to the melee position. If all filled, then the orb is not activated. While orb is on battle mat, for each bones the gearloc rolls, deal 1 damage to that gearloc party. Treats orb as an opposing unit. So if I don't roll that though, we have the Gendricks fireballs, the weakest kobold baddie for 1 damage. And the kobold immediately moves adjacent to the closest opposing unit and deals 2 damage to it, right? So again, remember Gendricks' little thing is that he'll do damage to his own kind if he thinks it gives him a strategic advantage. So if he basically harms the kobold will come and just do 2 damage to us. Do wish I had an axe. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, but I don't. So the kobold is on top in a ranged position, so he's gonna go here. He only has 2 health. Hopefully he is not around for very long. And then Gendricks, he is also in a ranged position. Man, he's nuts. He's at 9 health. His initiative is a 4. The kobold tracker's initiative is a 6. He's gonna go here. I'm rolling. Don't roll a 3. Okay, that's fine. 4 is good. 4 is good. Did not roll a 3 all game, I don't think, so can't complain about that. I am in front of Mr. Gendricks. Oh, and he only does that limit when he rolls a bones. That's a little bit better. We don't have any of active orbs yet, so don't need to worry about that. That will just go over there. I think we try to deal with this tracker. He does range attack. Oh, so bad. Yeah, even 1 axe would make a huge difference right now. Oh, I could just execute the tracker. It's not the worst idea. Yeah, I think I started doing damage to Gendricks right off the bat. What's the tracker going to do to me? If I get it to 1.8, I can just move, execute the tracker, give me a body count, I'll get 3 health back. That would be good. So I'm going to roll all 3 of these like a worm things. Oh, I start here in a melee position. These go down. The kobold tracker is way ahead of myself. Yeah, the kobold tracker is attacking me with compound, so he's just gonna roll 1 die the first turn. I take 1 damage. That ticks me off. You know, it ticks my rage die up 1. I'm about to have a tantrum. No, I'm not. I'm going to move up here. I have 6 more decks. I'm gonna roll all 3 of these, 2 of these, and my 1 defense die. Lot of possibilities here. Please make it work. Oh, lashback 3, poison 2, can be a kobold for a turn. I did attack, so that goes there. 1.4. I'll take being a kobold for a turn. Why not? I can do 2 damage. It becomes 1 because dude is hardy. And he's down to 8 health. This shield has no room for it. No room in the end. I got no bones. Not amazing, but it will do. If that orb hits the hits the thing, hopefully I will get no bones ever. Gendricks is going to go. Gendricks is attacking me. He has 3 dice, 3 attack dice, 2 defend dice. Come on, buddy. He's got 8 health left. Yeah, that's right. Come on, buddy. He rolls a bones. Interesting. So limit applies. I have to take out a stat. I'm not going to take out the defense stat. Will I? I'll take out the attack stat because who needs 3 attack against these guys? He fireballs the weakest kobold baddie. That's 1 damage. The kobold baddie then immediately moves adjacent to the closest opposing unit. Deals 2 damage to it, except unlike a kobold, so it's 1 damage. That goes up to 1.6. that actually is perfect. The fact that he's next to me is really, really nice. And we don't have an orb to worry about just yet. Gendricks gets 2 damage. And I'm going to use my lashback, or 2 shield. Again, the shield should have gone first. So this lashback 3 is really nice. I'm going to take those shields off. And we're going to do 1 damage. So lashback 3 is huge there. He does 2 damage to me. I just take 1 for the turn, right? Any turn I take damage, it's reduced to 1. So this is all Gendricks' turn. It only gives me 1 damage. So I went from 6 health down to 4. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. All right, we are now going to go to round 2. What's gonna happen now? Oh, and then I did like a worm. I'm putting a 2 poison on Gendricks as well. So he's gonna go down to 5 just from the poison alone, right? I mean, that's a really nice turn. So we still got our work cut out for us, but I don't hate where we're at right now. These mimic skills have been really nice. Cobalt Tracker's gonna go. He is attacking me with 2 damage with compound. And notice with the, like a wolf, I could have used that when the Cobalt Tracker did me 2 damage, but I decided to hold on to it again because I'm still trying to get 9 damage on him, and I can kill the Cobalt Tracker really easy. Now I'm still like a Cobalt here, so I roll. It's 3 damage. Nope, it's only 1, and that gets me up to 1.8, which is the magical number. Because at 1.8 we go to my turn. I'm going to exhaust this die, so we're not getting rage 2.0, but it's fine. I'm defeating the baddie. I get my body count up to 3. And now I'm attacking Gendricks. So again, he lost 1 damage on 1 health on my turn last turn. He lost 1 health on his turn last turn. So we're gonna have, hopefully that cycle, get him down to 3 in the first 3 rounds. And then we'll see if we can't just finish him off, that way. So I am attacking him. I have 3 attack dice, and I had to exhaust that. I have 1 defend die. I have nothing else I can really roll here. So a lot of my 6 dex is going to be totally wasted. Oh, this ticks down to 0, so my entire mimic profession is exhausted. Yeah, I guess Axe Selector could be good here. So what happens? I roll, so I get 1 shield. I do 3 damage. He's hardy, that reduces down to 1 damage. All right, there is not an active orb, so he's going to roll on his turn. This die again, but at the beginning of his turn he takes 2 true damage. It becomes a 1 because of hardy, so again he's down to 5. He's attacking me. He's gonna roll all his dice against. Oh wait, on my turn, on my turn, let me use up my body count because I'm not getting any more body. There's no more bodies to kill anyway. Let me use body count and get up to 6 health. I have more health than you, Gendricks. What are you gonna do about it? I'm about to crush you. Yes, that is. It's a fair point, Gendricks. Well said, well said. So, yeah, I have 1 shield. That's really bad. I mean, recoup would be nice. It's not looking good. It's not looking good because he's coming at me with 3. And I can't run away from him. He's doing ranged attack, right? So he's coming at me with 3 dice. He does 3 damage. I give 1 shield. I take 2 damage. So I have 4 health left. He does the char thing again. He fireballs the weakest kobold for 1 damage. There is no weakest kobold on the map, so that's fine. But now he also has 3 shield, which is frankly 1 shield too many because I've lost my attack dice. Yeah, I don't know what else I would have taken out. Oh, did he roll? No, he didn't roll any bones. Did not roll any bones. So I need to get 4 on him to get a damage on him. We go to round 3. Trying to puzzle this together, obviously. I mean, worst case, if it doesn't work, I still have 1 more round, but I really need to start rolling bones like crazy. Again, these dice are only exhausted for the battle. They're not exhausted forever, so this was a 1, so I should start keeping track of what that was. So I'm going with 3 attack dice. I hope I can roll 4 damage. That'd be really nice. I'm rolling this. Yeah, body count's not getting better. Bam, what do we get? Oh, yes, 5 damage. All the defense dice come off. We get 1 damage. I get 2 shield. That's a huge roll for me. That's really, really nice. Cool, Gendricks is gonna go. What's he doing? He takes a damage because of the poison, so he's down to 3. And he's gonna roll all his dice again. Are we gonna get an orb on the mat? Maybe. Maybe. He rolls 3 damage. So both, oh, he didn't roll it. Single bones again, so not limited again. This goes away, 1 damage to me. He's got 2 shield, which is beautiful, and he's putting an orb in lane 3 in the range position, or lane 4. It's like 3. It says 1 more. So we go to round 4. he's rolling 3 attack dice every time. I mean, this is where having weaken or having cripple could be really big here. But I just can't do much more to him. It's almost like I needed that like a kobold skill to be a 2 instead of a 1. And just me not rolling bones isn't great because I really like to get axes. But the problem is I roll 4 bones now with this thing on the board. I'm a dead man. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, maybe cripple would have been better than like a wolf. If I reduced his attack, he's only attacking me 2. But I think I just have to attack him. If I get 1 damage on him around 4, 1 damage on him around 5, and then 1 damage on him in the fatigue rounds. But I don't know how I don't lose all my health by then. So again, 1 defense, 3 attack. I rolled the bones. Of course I did. So that's a damage to me because this stupid thing is out. It's 3 damage to him, and I rolled the bones with the defense dice. So I'm really vulnerable here. Probably the end of the line for me. Gendricks goes. This is hopeless. I just don't have enough defense die either. I don't have enough defense dice. Sorry, he's rolling. He does 5 damage and a thing. So I'm limited. I'm dead. We're going to have to recoup. Ugh. Maybe the Raider armor would have been the way to go. That extra dex is like not doing anything for me. I got that last turn, right? It would guarantee me 1 defense every turn. I turn 1 defense into 2 defenses. What am I doing with this dex? Not much. Not much. I don't think those dice could come out any better based on what I had. Oh, my body counts down to 0. I mean, that's not good. I could get the Rage 2.0, get it up to most is 3 health. So that's 3 health there. Cobalt Tracker, though. I wonder what the next Cobalt enemy is. Bam. Just want to try to figure out if it's worth the time. This is going to take Cobalt, Cobalt, Cobalt. Oh, Cobalt Green Thumb. Ah, I forgot about the other. So there's non-ranged Cobalts. So we have the Cobalt Green Thumb is going to be the next enemy. It goes in the melee. I can kill him quick. That's probably better than the Tracker. Oh, he's also hardy. Of course he's even worse. At least he doesn't have compound. I mean, that's definitely a thing. So end of turn, I get back to 6 health. The Kobold has 4 my innie. I rolled a 5. So 1, 1. Ah! I really misplayed this. I mean, it's unfortunate. It was an unfortunate last event. So I think if I just had 1 more chance to do something, the lockpick, I might have to lose the box of adventures. This body count being 0 is garbage. My axe selector being 0 is garbage. I'm just not set up in the way I wanted to be set up, and I would have been set up. Could have been set up had I had just a better event right there at the end. So we do have 1 more day. I don't think this is gonna work, but definitely looking at some things I could have done differently. I probably should have got the Raider armor. I probably should have just done this anyway. I could have got 1 more training point, which I could have used on health. And then I would give me 1 shot at Gendricks. I really just wanted to battle. I really wanted to get those axes back. That was a really good roll though last time. Like a Cobalt 2 would be really nice. What's that on? Oh, it's on 1/6 of the die. That's not inspiring. Not inspiring. All right, here goes nothing. 1 more time. Hit me, baby, 1 more time. It's 9 health for Gendricks. I have beaten Gendricks with Tantrum. I was set up a lot better than I am right now. That is for sure. So 7, 9, boom. Yeah, I need something. I need more defense than I have for sure. Round 1. Not having cripples bad and only 1 defense. I mean, there's just no way. This is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I have 6 decks, 7 decks. I'm moving. I'm rolling 1 shield, these 4. And 2 attack. Yeah, I'm attacking Gendricks because we just have to get that 9 down. This guy's only rolling 1 a turn. I'm actually going to execute him that way. What are we doing? Bam. Poison 2. Cobalt 1 is not great. You get 1 bones, 1 attack, which is all I needed. Do I want the axe? And I can use the axes against the orbs, which is one thing, but I think the last pack is going to be more important. So I'm going to put this back here. I will take the Kobold. I get to 1.2 because of the attack. I get that shield, and again, we already did that. The Cobalt Green Thumb is attacking me with 1 die. Rolls of bones, beautiful. The Big Bad himself is attacking me with 3 dice, and this, and his special die. All right, so we got a orb on lane 3. It goes here. So we don't roll that die again because that thing is still just chilling there. I do lose something. He only got 1 shield. Can't lose health. He's doing 2 damage to me. This goes away. I lose 1 health. This goes up to 1.4. I'm going to put a double poison on him. Oh, so what a waste of the Cobalt skill. I mean, literally saved me from nothing. It saved me from nothing. Yeah, it could have saved me from 5, right? It makes sense to do it, but yeah, that's way unfortunate. That is way unfortunate. All right, so I have to take one of these skills out. I will take out the Dex. Keep my 4 attack, especially shields start getting nuts. This is not good. We go to round 2. I like a Cobalt Exhaust, so that was really pathetic. I'm attacking. Roll this. These 2 attack. And the like a wolf. So I'm rolling these 4 dice. Again, it's 3 plus the 1. So let's at least make use of that. Bam. Retaliate. 3 bones. I did 0 damage. Wow. That's not great. So then I'm going to do this. Oh, I rolled 3 bones and the orb's out there. I take 3 damage. Wow. That is all she wrote. Yeah, I can't come back from that. Yeah, 3 damage. That gets me to 2.0. I just can't heal. I can't heal enough to make it worth it. Yeah, it just wasn't set up. I mean, what I needed to do, I needed one more. I needed one more event where I got +2. I mean, even if I was able to get 1 more health, I took cripple. You're limiting that, and then I just need to get 4 bones to get some axes. I mean, in some ways, the demise of this was that stupid kid again, right? I mean, like, it's such a bad encounter because, again, I didn't want to lose the health. So then I'm left putting myself in a place where I'm not going to have the skill dice. So I lost the skill dice, and that made me use up all my axes to win in the last encounter that I won. And then the encounter after that just really didn't give me the opportunity to train. I had no opportunities to really beef up this body count up to a 5 or something where you really want it to be. If I have axes, then you're in a place where, all right, I can attack the orbs, use the axe to do an attack 2 on Gendricks, or vice versa, right? Where I'm just rolling, I'm using the axes on the orbs, and I'm still attacking Gendricks, because obviously Gendricks is going to have a lot of defense with his 2 defense dice. But that last thing where I rolled those 3 bones. I mean, it's not even worth playing that out, and honestly, not worth playing a bonus day. We're gonna go down in defeat to this ugly lizard, but I'll be back. We'll maybe this will be the first live playthrough. We'll do Boomer versus Gendricks or something. Even Boomer is gonna be interesting versus Gendricks. I mean, that Hardy just makes for a very tough matchup. I think almost it could be a patches situation, right, where you're kind of good with the Hardy because you're kind of healing as quickly as you're dishing out damage. That could be something I'd like to see. Picket would be really interesting, obviously having all that defense, but Shield Bash is going to be pretty useless against Gendricks. So I mean, the way I had it worked out between that last back. And I had him down to 3 health in 3 rounds, right? So that was great. And there were no orbs on, and I wasn't rolling bones anyway. And then all of a sudden we get to a place where, not so great. We're just, how do you get that 7th, 8th, and 9th damage on him when I can't poison him again? He's not crippled, so he's attacking me, with a range attack with 3 dice every time, and I just really wasn't able to make that work, unfortunately. So, I mean, I think, one idea is if you try to use a second rage die to get more health. I don't know. What do you guys think? What could I have done? I think I had this game lost in in day 9, where I just got that a kind of a garbage card, and I came out of that last Tyrant encounter just, again, not that high of a body count, no axes. I think that was really where this thing took a turn, and then I go into day 9, and it was just didn't give me the opportunity to really boost up. But I do love this Tyrant, man. Tyrant. No, I hate the Tyrant. I love this Tantrum. I think he's He's super cool. Basically blew through Marrow. I think he'd be super ridiculous against a lot of the other tyrants. I think Gendricks is just a really unique challenge, and I like it. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I beat the Goblin King on my first try with Boomer. I think I beat Marrow with Tantrum. So I think you see the longer adventures that come after this. And Gendricks has a very unique set of challenges. That limit ability is pretty sick. You want to have at least a die in all 4 of your skills, right, to be kind of defensive against that. But just to kind of pull that together, I'm sad. This is a sad day for the channel, and I apologize to all those who were hoping in my powers to never lose, which is obviously garbage. So in 4 playthroughs of Too Many Bones, I have 1 win, 2 kind of maybe wins, and then this with my favorite character, but he will be back to avenge himself. Make no mistake about that. We do have Stanza, we do have Duster to come down the pipe on the channel. I will probably be going to Undertow with the 2 of them to feature them, and then we'll come back and go through the rest of these guys one more time. So lots of content I want to do with this game. Again, you can look forward to next year. It's going to be a minute, but just going to go with the Hoplomachus Victorum Kickstarter, and I will be getting all the other, the variety of content with the events and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We still have yet to see. I mean, that's an event that would have been freaking great, right? We have still yet to see the event where we play as the Golden Golem. I would have loved to have seen that instead of the garbage I got. Oh, it wasn't even shuffled. Right? It wasn't even shuffled in. Yeah, I mean, this would have been great. I mean, that's a loot and 2 training points. That's 2 training points in a loot. That's a trove loot, a loot, 2 training points. And I feel fairly confident that I would have won pretty much all of these with Tantrum. I just love how he plays. It makes sense to me. But just coming up against Gendricks and you're trying to get to those last 3 damage, and we had him down to 2. But it just doesn't. With those orbs, with the orb out there and everything else, the way that played out, my body count and garbage, that was going to be a tall order. So I am rambling in sadness, and that's fine. We'll be back. If you want to check out what's coming down the pipe for solo playthroughs, please go on my Patreon page. There's a link in the description below where you can see the upcoming schedule for the next 4 weeks or so. Again, I post it at the end/beginning of every month with all the information for the upcoming month. So you'll kind of check out that. You want to also check out the 3 different tiers of being a supporter of this channel. I could always use the extra support and really appreciate that. Either way, thank you so much for the likes, the comments, the watch time, all the things that people do to support this channel, and I really appreciate all of it as we continue to grow, make it bigger and better into the future and beyond, like some Buzz Lightyear stuff. I don't know what's happening. It's late. I'm loopy. So with that, I am going to sign off. Thanks as always for joining me, and until next time, happy gaming.